up here in the Northwest, we are lovers more than we cause trouble or get into trouble. Like anywhere else, we have our issues. But we have bleeding hearts. We have big hearts. And we care a lot about what happens. But we feel kind of helpless because everyone kind of looks at us over here as co-op growing, pot smoking hippies who, don't care about anybody else. But the problem is we do care. We care a lot. There's a lot of stuff we feel like we can't do. Like we don't have the ability to help. We don't have the ability to stand up, and that's kind of our complacency. We've kind of done that to ourselves over the years, and we can't really help it. It is what it is now, but we can help with Standing Rock. I can help with Standing Rock. I can't speak for anybody else. I don't pretend to. All I know is that in my heart, I believe that if you can help, you should. We're not pushovers. We're willing to stand up, and that's what we need right now. We need people who stand up. Not everybody can be big corporate fighters. Not everybody can stand on a pulpit or stand on a desk and give a mighty speech that will, shake the foundation and get people to raise up. We got to do that on our own. We can't count on other people. And even if those people who can step forward, the articulate, the strong, the people who can do that, can lead, it's no good if they don't have people to lead. Nothing can be done if people don't back them up. We need to stand up the best way we can, and I'm just one guy. I can't do a lot, and that kind of attitude is what can cause horrible things to happen, because people just sit back and say, well, somebody else can do it, or I can't do it. I can't do anything. If you go to the Standing Rock webpage, I'll link it below, they give a list of ways you can help. I offer this to my friends, my family, anybody up here around who knows me, don't know me. On December 7th, my oldest gets out for winter break, and we're going to load up my truck with firewood, anything else we can get that can help. First aid kits, whatever we can get. We're going to take it, and we're going to drive there, and we're going to do what we can. And you know what? I'm going to start a Gofundme page. You want to kick in some gas money? Great. You have something you want to throw in for me to carry? I'll happily come drive and pick it up from you. You want a convoy? Let's convoy. You got time to take off? You got a truck? You got a car with a big trunk? It doesn't matter. You want to help? Come with us. We'll go. We'll make an appearance. We'll show that the Northwest isn't pushovers. There's more to us than just people who sit over here in our little Northwest bubble and ignore everything, because that's not us. We just don't know what to do. Here's a chance to do something. Here's a chance to prove that we do care. I can't do it for other people, but I can do it for myself. And that's what I'm going to do. I want my daughters to be proud of me. I want them to say, when things went bad, we were there. We stood up. We stood against the corporations. We fought against the corporations. And you have to maintain hope. Maybe we win. Maybe we don't. But the fact is that somebody needs to stand up And when that one person stands up, one more person stands up. And one more, and one more. And the more people that stand up, the more people that stand, the more power we take away from those corporations. And it's not an overnight thing. No one thinks that we're going to be able to bring down the establishment. These people, these Native Americans, the treaties, everything they've done has just been crapped on by the U.S. government. They've been crapped on. It doesn't matter that there were meetings missed. It doesn't matter. Those treaties were set, and you just can't break them. You can't just throw people aside and say, well, we are a corporation and you're nothing, so we're just going to walk all over you. Oh, you're buried there? Your ancestors are buried there? We have bulldozers. We win. They took the Army Corps of Engineers and they basically threw up a middle finger and said, well, we're going to do whatever we want. And they have been. And these people have been fighting for the water with peaceful. They've been doing it with prayer and nonviolence. But they're going to try and prove, and by they I mean mainstream media, is just going to touch on the bits and pieces that make them look like bad guys. But if you watch the independent media, watch it. Take time every day. Take time to look at stuff. You can't fake these smartphones and their pictures. They're put up raw, and you can see the way things are taken. You can see the way these people are treated, and it is not okay. I will not sit around and just see these people be treated that way and look at my daughters and say, well, there's nothing we can do because it's over there. It's about 20 hours away. I imagine it's going to be way more of a drive than that. Way longer, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do as much as I can. I'm going to load up as much as I can, and if I have to scrape together everything myself, it'll be worth it. It'll be worth it so that I can look at the news and I can look at the papers and I can look at people and I can say, you know what? I was there. I went and I stood with them and I brought my daughter with me and she got to see it in action. This is what we're built on. This is what this country was built on. They're being sprayed with fire hoses. You go back, it's not very far back that other people were sprayed with fire hoses, but we're going to pretend that didn't happen. We're just going to brush that away. We're just going to brush away how many Native Americans have been killed. We're going to brush back all the freedoms and everything that we fought for, that our ancestors fought for, some of us, even our parents, fought for. But we're just going to brush that aside and ignore it because racism isn't a real thing. These people, these Native Americans, are just complaining over property that's not theirs. It's water. We all need water. There's no ignoring it. There's no saying, well, it's okay, we're not going to leak. Look it up. Look up how many pipelines leak. They have a threshold before they even consider it a leak. They have a threshold of how much oil can leak before they consider that a leak. Any coming out of a pipeline is a leak, and that infects water. And we've all seen it. We've seen the news. We've seen what happens when oil gets in the environment. I just know that I can't not do anything. I think that is not American. I think we all are citizens. I don't think it matters which side you lean or where you walk or what you do, but I think what you do for this country and what you do for other citizens is the foundation of this country. We didn't get here by just casually strolling. We had to fight. People had to fight and people had to die. People had to get sick by dogs. People had dogs sick on them. People had fire hoses. And you know what? They fought. They kept fighting. You're not going to get where you need to get by being quiet. You're going to get there by standing up. If you sit back and you just share a link, great. You're sharing education, you're helping educate people, and that's great. But if you can stand up, if you can do something, you need to do it. I believe you need to do it. So I'm going to do my best. December 7th, I'm going to head out there. I'm going to set up a GoFundMe. If you want to kick in some gas money, if you have supplies you would like me to help take out there, if you have firewood you'd like to donate, I'll come pick it up. But if you think you can't do something, you're wrong. You can. Even if it's something little, even if it's something that you might not feel is a great grand gesture, everybody has to put up something. Everybody has to fight and prove that you will stand behind people. And I'll stand behind people, and I'll stand with Standing Rock.